Neil Channing talking up a storm here at our cash game. He's breaking even for the day, but he showed us some interesting moves in the last hour or so.
50.
Yes, he has. He's definitely opened up his game a bit. Was very quiet to start off. We've won about 5,000 euros behind.
100.
Without really getting involved.
Pass.
But he's certainly mixing it up right now.
It's a min raise from him, 100 to go. Andy Black will play with the 9-8.
450.
Riku, who's tried to get everything working. He's tried a lot of different tricks. Not really anything worked for him so far.
How much?
He's put the pressure on with his 9-jack.
All right, I'll make a bad call.
I think this is the kind of thing that Neil was hoping for, really. It's just the kind of size pot that he wanted.
Three-handed.
2, 3, 5.
Well, that's Neil Channing's flop.
There he is with his hand.
Check, check.
Will Rico continue?
11.
He does. We've got to think Neil will at least call.
Yes. Little head shake.
I'll call. Play the deuce.
10.
Andy Black gets out of the way.
Up to Neil.
This pot's starting to get sizable.
2,300.
23.
And Neil's going to try and take it away. Now, what does Riku think of this? We have seen him make moves. If he thinks this is weak from Neil, not impossible he'd bluff raise.
That's true. It'd have to be quite sizable.
Pass.
He decides to let it go.
Show one, show one.
I can't. I would like to, man. But once you
I
start,
don't want to see. I don't want to see your cards anymore.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll stop showing now.
Yeah, please.
Neil Channing's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, why? It's remarkably.
Riku Verisari, 17,000 euros in the hole, the Finnish player. Nothing's quite worked for him today, Gary.
No, he's tried an awful lot of plays that just can't seem to get any kind of momentum going, really.
What it takes to be a good tournament player is patience, and got to be a very good hand reader, and you got to be disciplined, and yeah, you just got to know all the angles about the game.
Cash game's the ultimate test. Tournaments end up with 20 big blinds. Everyone's got 20 big blinds, and it's just going all in or folding. Whereas cash games, there's much more play.
You can make many more big gambles, many more big calls and big bluffs than you probably can in most tournaments.
Tournament play obviously is more glamorous, and you get a lot of TV airtime and young girls throwing their knickers at you and stuff.
I'm a cash game player, so of course I'm going to think that playing cash games and moving up in that is going to be harder. But I'm sure tournament players might disagree with me.
I think if you can conquer cash games, you've really learned a lot about your inner self. Whereas if you conquer tournaments, you probably just got fluky for a few days.
It's a different breed of players, cash players to tournament players. The tournament players, they pick a hand and they go all in and they get lucky and they win the hand. But with the cash players, sometimes they respect a little bit the cards more and they bet him, and they pass the hand that they should be in and win it.
That's my best one that I enjoy the most.
Some of the atmosphere at the Poker Heaven European cash game. Everyone gets a free drink except for me and Gary.
We get to see the action. We've got ringside seats. I bet they wish they could see the whole cards like we can.
Well, I want ringside seats, but I want them with a Chardonnay. What's the problem?
200.
Don't really want a Chardonnay, that's ridiculous. Chablis fine.
I don't have enough. Give me two cards that are at least three between them.
Jamie Brown raises up, he's got the ace-king, and he hasn't played too many hands. He's still going to get some action. Eric's going to call him with pocket sixes. And Neil's coming for the ride, a 6-4 suited.
Ace, 6, 10.
Wow, that's a bit of a flop.
Oh, car crash now.
Check. 4.
Just give me a three-gapper. Any three.
Well, Jamie Brown is in trouble here.
Cool.
Well, I have to call.
Wasn't expecting that one, Eric. Kind of thought he was going to be heads up against the ace-king.
Not a very drawy board, though, isn't it? There's not too much that can come that's going to
No, that's not going to scare anyone.
No. Well, if you're Jamie Brown, you're reasonably comfortable, aren't you?
Yeah, you probably think that this is a perfect flop for you.
Once again, Eric Liu has the other players where he wants them in this pot.
13.
And now he leads. That's interesting.
It is. You might be thinking he can catch Neil in the middle here. But what it might end up being is an opportunity for Jamie Brown to just flat call.
Yes.
So you're thinking it's flat call because if he's ahead, he gets the most money on the river.
And if he's behind, he can pot control. His hand's fairly transparent. He's led out of first position with this. He's got a caller, he's bet the flop, they've called him, and now he's been bet into.
Jack.
You're not even in the hand.
Well, the jack probably doesn't change too much. Conceivable Eric has ace-jack, I guess.
Now the thing is, how does Eric get the most out of this pot? If he checks, ace-king, ace-queen's going to bet. Kings or queens are probably going to check it, maybe.
And then if he checks, what does his hand look like to Jamie? Some sort of club draw with a pair or something?
Yes, exactly. It's a question of how does it look if he check raises.
Well, Eric thinking about how to get paid here. He'll be pretty confident he's in front.
2850.
Decides to bet. 2850 is the bet. Swells the pot to 7,000. Jamie's got just under 9,000 behind.
Be a good laydown if he can do it.
Should he lay it down? Or should he pay off here?
I think it's probably a payoff. It's a hard hand to get away from. But he's looking like he might. Oh, what a good laydown there. Well played, Jamie.
Sick. All right, you get to pick one card.
All right, this one.
What's that?
So
6.
he's shown us 6. At least it was a pair on board. It was always going to be, we know that, but...
I guess Jamie was asking himself, what am I beating that he can bet again?
Yes, exactly. His hand's fairly transparent. 38,550 up, Eric.
Just keeps making money, doesn't he? He rarely loses a pot.
And Jamie Brown's just slipped into the red.
We'll have a sixless hand, please. Let's have a hand with no sixes, okay? Anyone who gets a 6 has to fold. Unless you've got the 6 of spades, and then you automatically win the pot.
That's a good rule.
50.
Just go 6 of spades, you win.
Pass.
Raisy daisy.
150.
Andy Black wants to play. Queen 8 suited is enough.
525.
And Riku wakes up with aces. Well, he could do with winning a big pot.
Could do with finding someone behind him with a genuine hand who's going to re-raise him.
15.
Well, he's got a caller.
Or without a hand.
Oh, he's
actually got a re-raiser. I think the thing that's working here is that Albert's seen Riku re-raise Andy Black a lot.
Yes.
So he thinks that Rico could be weak. Now, does Rico trap here, or does he assume that Albert's got a big hand?
I think right now, I probably flat call. The pot's at the level that you can do it.
Cool.
How much you're playing?
A little over 10.
6, 8.
Well, the money might go in here. Straight draw for Albert.
I think the action's definitely going to come.
$11.
It's a small bet.
Well, he'd probably like to keep the pot small. Take the free card on the turn, hope to catch the straight, maybe. Or bet the turn.
Does Riku have to basically commit himself here?
32 total.
He makes it 32. He has still got 8,000 behind Riku.
Well, he's getting his odds to call, see the turn, and if he hits, get paid. And if he doesn't, lay it down if it all goes in.
He's already cracked aces once in our cash game with a straight. Can he do it again? Looking for a 5 or a 10.
Close, but no cigar.
Now Rico's going to shove.
All in.
I think that's probably the end of this pot. It's going to be a bit too much for him to call.
8-2.
Yeah, 8,200. Only 2 to 1 to hit his straight draw.
What? I bet money you were going to make a hero call, right?
I thought he had like... How did you fold? You must have had like ace-10.
Show.
No show. No show.
Who was going to call?